we find here that the better hope is introduced by the resurrected Jesus in verse 19. Let's read it. The former regulation is set aside because it is weak and useless, and a better hope is introduced by which we draw near to God. The only way you can draw closer to God is by having a better hope. What hope can we have by the Levitical priesthood? The only hope we can have is another priest who dies, who doesn't have life, that cannot give life, that will just bring the law again, and we will look at the law, we'll break the law, we're not going to make it. What hope do we have in governments with politics? The only hope you can have is that another political leader will arise, then he will sit in government, and then he's going to try and keep power for another 4 years, and then after that, he's going to make the best promises he can to try and keep it, and then the hope you can have is, what you can truly expect, this is hope, is a confident expectation. You can have confidence in expecting political parties standing up against him, trying to dethrone him so that they can be in power and spend the money of the country. And you can have the hope and the confident expectation that a lot of that will have to do with ego, and a lot of that will have to do with just the power of man, and that it is going to be all about laws and regulations, and the only hope you can have is that sometimes some of those governments are going to be better, other times it's going to be worse, and you might live 70 years, 80 years if you're lucky, and then you're going to die and either be cremated or be in the grave. And the only hope you can have is that there is no sure hope for your children and children's children, because you don't know what's going to happen with these leaders. That is the only hope. We need a better hope than that. And the better hope than that is when we look at Jesus Christ raised from the dead, wherein he's ascended on high, wherein all authority has been given to him, wherein he comes and brings us life. And when we have this better hope, what is the hope? An empty grave, glorification, surety of life for me and my family. That is it. That better hope brings me to a place where I am being drawn unto God, even in the life I live now, where I start to experience peace and joy and the fruit of the Spirit and kindness and a God-like life by the one that gives me that better hope, drawing me into that.